Come thou, Juliet, come with haste, spread those cheeks and let me taste. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Not sure how I feel about that, but thank you to Cornelius Jorts for that catchphrase submission, and welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Oh boy, September is wrapping up, is it not? As the days count up, the days count down to the end of September. And this month is no exception to that. And we have a very special treat for you for this week of Comedy Bang Bang, because it is election season and the issues of the day are all on the table. We are all wondering exactly what is going to be occurring within our political season. And what is most important is how do the candidates stand on the issues? And so I wanted to reach out to the common man and woman and see how they felt about the issues of the day, and hopefully that'll better inform all of us. And of course, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the CBB Roundtable. That's right. The CBB Roundtable, it's an innovative new addition to the show. It's only taken us 15 years to get to it, and here it is. It's basically, we're going to introduce some people here on the show, just a cross-section of people from this United States of America and perhaps beyond. And we're going to talk to them about what is happening in the world today. So let us tarry no further. By the way, my name is Scott Aukerman. I'm the host of Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you so much for listening to the CBB Roundtable. Let's get to it. Let's introduce everyone. I'm going to start on my left and go clockwise. We have just a cross-section of America and perhaps beyond here. I am reading He is a Goblin. Please welcome Crunchkin the Goblin.
Greetings, Scott.
Greetings.
I'm, of course, Crunchkin the Goblin, and I am here to fulfill our blood contract of me staying in your guest room on Airbnb.
Oh, I don't remember the blood contract when did we...
Online.
Online?
When you put this room up, I selected it. I went over to fonts. I clicked color, and I selected blood, and I believe you did as well.
It doesn't sound like something I would do, but maybe I just kept it on whatever you had. But
should I take it up with corporate? I mean,
corporate at Airbnb, or
yes.
I don't have corporate at my house, unfortunately. There's no.
Well, what kind of house is this?
I'm sorry. So you're staying here tonight? Is that what's happening
Tonight through the weekend for Goblin Con.
Oh, Goblin Con.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. That's here in Los Angeles.
Here in LA, every millennia.
Okay, and where are you from originally?
Florida.
Okay, wonderful.
So I have a lot to say about the current times, if you will.
So now the last Goblin Con happened in 1024?
Exactly.
Okay, well, in Los Angeles, whatever
Yes.
it was back then.
Back in Los Angeles was very young. It's when the goblins got together, and it's sort of where creators meet up, and we.
Oh, that sounds so fun. Well, welcome.
Tips.
Yeah, I'll fluff the pillows for you. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Scott.
You're quite welcome. Let us now go clockwise around to the 1 o'clock position to me. Let's see there, a chimney sweep. Please welcome Pip Whistle.
Hello, tip of the hat, wink of the eye. I'm Pip Whistle. I'm a chimney sweep. I'm a little boy, and I'm the last of my kind.
Oh, okay, wonderful. A chimney sweep. People, a lot of places don't have chimneys anymore, so it must be getting harder and harder to find work.
Exactly. But here in Los Angeles, people are trying to make a return to the old ways. They're getting chickens, and they're eating whole foods, and they're hiring little chimney sweeps to clean their chimneys.
All right. Yeah. Well, welcome to the show. It's so wonderful. Where are you originally from?
England, I am, but by way of Florida. So I've got lots to say about the current political climate.
Okay, two Floridians here. That's
Yep.
What are the
wonderful.
chances?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What part of Florida are you both from? Maybe you know each other.
Pensacola.
Pensacola, of course.
No way.
Wow.
Oh my God. My goblin god.
Who is your goblin god, by the way? Who do goblins worship?
Kelthras.
Kelthras. Oh, great.
Scott, I'm
Great.
coming right from your chimney. I was in there right before I came down here.
Oh, that's great. It'll be clean for you.
Yes.
Crunchkin.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use it. I can use the chimney.
Sure, yeah. What do you usually use
Get snug.
Oh, sure. Oh, is that where you want to sleep tonight? Because I was going
I
to make
was
up to a
assuming.
spare bed, but
There's a spare bed.
there is one. Yeah.
Okay, then we'll make a game time decision.
Okay.
Scott, it's a real mess up there in your chimney. All the scripts that your friends have sent you to read over the years are lining the walls like wallpaper. You didn't even crack those open. You just threw them in the fire.
Oh, they're still sealed with the candle wax. Oh
You
dear.
didn't read a single script your friends sent you.
Well, it's hard to find the time. I'm writing my own scripts. How am I supposed to read theirs? I'll just watch them whenever they're made.
There's some good stuff up there, Scott. I've been reading it. While
Really?
I'm on
What's the
dog.
best one?
Jon Hamm wrote a really beautiful, beautiful script about you, Scott, and your friendship.
About me and my friendship with John?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how's it end?
Well, it ends because he was very meta. He thought that you weren't reading his scripts, and you two get into a big fight about it.
We got into that fight.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! So he just was he wearing a wire? Did he transcribe everything?
I guess he was.
Wow.
Truth in art and truth in comedy. That's what I always say, Scott.
Do you say truth in comedy?
I wrote truth in comedy, I did.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let me introduce our next guest, going around the horn at approximately the 4 o'clock position to me. He is apparently an automotive expert. Please welcome Billy Sly Car Guy.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey, you have that gravel in your voice that
I don't know.
befits the working man.
Yeah, I'm a regular, authentic, blue-collar man. Have always been. Born and bred.
Oh, so you were born blue collar?
Born blue-collar. From to a white-collar family.
Oh, you were
A family of stockbrokers. And I slid out of my mommy with a Michelob in my hand and a TV guide from 1979.
Oh, wow. Oh, what was going on in 1979?
Just blue-collar stuff was on TV.
Yeah. Boy, those were the good old days.
Tell me about
Now
it.
the elites
Boy.
with their successions.
Their season-long arcs.
Ugh.
Meta commentary on the state of the industry. Give me some episodes where it's just Archie hates a cab driver.
Yeah, Archie and Jughead, of course.
Archie and
You're talking
Jughead.
about Riverdale?
I'm talking about the animated Archie's cartoon.
Oh, okay.
A real blue collar fan.
Yeah, wow. It's so wonderful to have you, Billy Sly Car Guy.
That's right.
You are an automotive expert of some
Huge.
sort? Huge in what way? What do you mean?
I'm a tall man.
Oh, you are very tall.
Thank
Do you mind standing?
I don't mind at all. Here I go.
Oh, you already were standing.
No.
I thought you was a chimney at first. You
I
were
wasn't
so tall.
standing, and now I am.
Whoa! Your head almost shot through my roof.
Down. Here I go.
Okay.
Tall
Hey.
man. That's what I mean. Big, huge expert. Literally a huge
Yeah.
automotive expert.
But you know a lot about cars?
Medium.
Why?
But my passion is high. I'm an enthusiast.
Okay, why call yourself Car Guy? That implies that
I disagree. I'm.
you
my
disagree with
identity-
what? I never got to finish my fucking sentence.
Okay, what is it? What is it?
It implies that you
Yes.
are an expert on how to fix cars.
Oh, no, I agree with that.
Okay, thank you.
But I'm looking to subvert expectations
Oh, that's so cool.
in a fun way.
In a fun way. Oh, great.
Yeah.
So how does one change one's alternator?
Oh, I guess you go to a mechanic and say, "What can you do for me?" You know?
These are helpful tips.
Hey, I mean, that's what I would do.
Maybe you just know a little bit more about like styles of cars.
Yes, exactly.
Is
I'm
it-
a fan of automobiles.
Okay, what's your favorite type of car?
classic Cadillac? Cadillac Classic 1953.
Were they making Cadillacs back then?
Yes. I mean, they only had one model, so we retroactively call it Classic.
Oh, okay.
Classic Cadillac. The original Classic Cadillac version 1.
Version 1? Yeah, Mach
Yeah.
1. Yeah, incredible. And what do you like about that particular car?
It's I like how rectangular it is, you know? Nothing round.
Yeah.
Everything's sharp, the edges. You know, you look at a 1950s car, they're boxy.
Yeah. Not a lot of round cars out there. Like spheres with wheels.
Not yet.
Although the wheels, they're round.
Fully.
You can't disagree with that, can you?
I mean, I want to so badly.
Although if you look at a wheel straight on, it looks like a rectangle.
See? You're becoming a car guy. It's a lot about shapes.
Really, that's all there is to it? Of being a car guy is just like
It comes
determining
down-
the different shapes, like steering wheel. What is that?
Ooh, well, where are we looking? If I'm driving, it's round. But if I'm
If you're on the
plummeting
side?
from the air, it's a line. If I throw myself off a skyscraper, I've never done it. Knock on wood, I never will. But if I were to, and I plummeted towards an automobile, and the last thing I saw was a steering wheel, I'd be like, it's a line.
Yeah. What about the radio dial?
Okay, again, if I'm driving, that's interesting. Because if I'm driving, it's oblong oval, right? Because I'm looking at it from an angle.
I guess I don't know that.
My radio's low.
Really?
I
Down
keep the
at
radio-
your knees? You keep the radio that low?
Yes.
So it's a choice.
That's right. I like to reach down and feel like I'm a trucker.
Okay.
Like going for the CB,
Sure, yeah.
but I'm not.
Yeah, you like to fiddle with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love to fiddle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you a musician?
Aspiring.
In what way are you aspiring?
I wish I was.
Do you play anything?
Nothing.
Okay, well,
Never tried.
Maybe never even tried.
But it's on my list.
What do you think would happen if you were to pick up, say, a guitar or
Can
something?
you imagine? Can you imagine? Maybe I'm great. At this point, there's no way of knowing.
Do you know about chords or?
I mean, I've heard of them.
Okay.
You mean, do I know how to play them and what notes and stuff?
Sure.
like-
Yeah.
No.
So why do you think you might be great?
Well, just some people are,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Some people become great after like maybe a day. These are prodigies.
Yes, exactly.
They're not great when they first pick it up.
They
though.
need a whole day.
Yeah, so you think you'll be great from the jump?
Someone statistically has to be. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like the speed of light, where it's not technically instantaneous.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like someone picks it up and goes dang, 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 and goes, oh, I see, and then figures out how to do it.
And it took them all that time.
Yeah, they still need that amount of time. They don't just pick it up and like immediately go, oh, I bet if I put my finger here.
Now, I don't know.
and
I don't mean to go
finger-
very esoteric, but have you heard of the guitarist named Prince?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course, yeah.
I saw an interview with him where he showed the first song he learned.
Okay.
I say interview, but it was on stage and there was a lot of people watching.
Concert?
Yes, that's right. Not an interview, but he was talking.
Although concerts sort of are interviews where the audience sort of screams and claps.
Yes.
And those are like questions.
It's like a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's often if I'm at a concert, I'm like, what is this really?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So wait, are you ever going to get to what Prince was talking about?
He played the first song he ever learned, and it was a pretty simple little sort of, again, I'm not technical, but just like strummed a couple times, sing along with it, almost like a campfire sort of.
Okay.
Then he played the second song he learned, and it was an incredible funk masterpiece. And I was like, that is a sharp
That's, yeah.
learning curve.
Wow.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll get there.
You never know.
You never know. Car guy.
Yep. Here to talk about cars.
Billy Sly
And
Car
I
Guy.
love the issues of the day.
The issues of the day. That's what we're here to talk
And
about.
I'm from Florida.
Where?
Florida, Connecticut.
Oh, okay.
Town in Connecticut.
A little town in Connecticut.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah. I don't mean to belittle it by calling it little, but
It's very little. No, the
How-
town
how
and
many-
the state.
What's the population?
Let me check. Got a little tracker here. Ooh, we're up to 500.
Oh, really? A baby was born?
Looks like it. We were
Congrats.
$4.99 this morning. Florida's on the verge of being eradicated from Connecticut for being too small. They want to absorb us into Litchfield, but
Really?
I'm
They want to
arguing-
merge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, it's okay. I have empathy for the common man, like yourself, with a gravelly working class voice.
Yeah,
That seems to have gone away.
you don't run into that these days. So I really no. It's
Oh, it's still
it's
gravelly.
gonna be there.
Okay,
we're gonna
God.
hold on to it.
You gotta keep it going.
Thank you, Crunchkin.
Yes.
And if anybody notices it going away, just give me a little, just
under
give a
the
little
table.
notice, and it'll come right back.
Yeah, Crunchkin, your voice is a little.
Famously gravelly as well.
That's due to being a goblin.
Yes, this is a sort of a standard goblin
Yeah.
voice.
Warriors have gravelly voices.
Yes.
Working class people have gravelly voices.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not a warrior, I should say.
Oh, really?
I'm a creator.
Oh,
You
look big and strong.
Thank you. I mean, part of
you're
my,
carrying a battle axe as well.
Yeah, a lot of my creation is
Seems to
battle
be
axe
blood
focused.
streaked on your shoulders.
And you have been snacking on literal gravel over there,
Yes,
have?
I eat gravel. I swing a battle axe around. I do war cries. I'm not much of a warrior. I would
Okay.
say.
Right. How many battles have you been in?
Thousands, 15,000, but that's for a goblin. who
Sure.
has
And you've never been killed in one.
never been killed. I've
Right.
slain many.
What's your body count, bro?
That's a little personal.
That's a little personal, but
I mean, of enemies.
you promise
that
not to
you've slain.
judge me.
Sure,
Promise not to-
sure.
yeah, 50,000.
50,000. Congrats.
Including other goblins, including dwarves and elves and all.
What's the hardest thing to kill?
I'd say probably a cave troll.
Cave troll, really?
Yeah,
What? Because
yeah.
they're hiding in caves.
They're hiding in caves. They take up pretty much the whole cave. And so
really?
you're like, you walk into the back of a cave and no, cave troll.
Really?
Yeah.
So a cave troll is exactly shaped like a cave, but just at like
Sort
9/10
of just
scale.
sliding through it. Yeah, like
Wow.
imagine the worm in Dune.
Imagine it.
It's just basically the size of the
Sorry,
area.
I
that
can
it's going
kind of
through.
imagine it.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah.
Imagine harder.
Big worm?
Yeah. Imagine.
Phallic.
Yeah. Hey, you said it.
You know it.
Why are you guys high-fiving
Yeah.
right
My
now?
guy. My guy over here.
And then, of course, Pip Whistle here. You ever seen Dude?
Oh, no. I'm not tall enough to get into the movie theater quite
Oh, really?
yet.
Is it a height requirement
Uh-huh.
at the movie theater?
Mhm.
That's a shame.
They think I would die in there. I have too fragile a constitution, Mr. Aukerman, sir.
How old of a little boy are you, by the way?
Mm-hmm. Very small.
Very small. You're a very small boy.
I'm
yeah.
very small.
Yeah,
My
what's the-
vest is 3 sizes too big. Can't you see?
Aw. What's the dirtiest chimney you've ever swept up?
Well, I'm in Los Angeles, so there's plenty of dirty chimneys there is.
I don't. It has the cadence of a joke, but I don't quite know exactly what it means.
Me neither. Gwyneth Paltrow's chimney was a wreck.
Really?
What a slam.
Took me a year and a half to clean out that thing.
Year and a half.
Disgusting.
What was going on in that?
Oh, all those goop products really take a number on a chimney. She puts basically anything up there. Crystals, drugs, anything goes up that chimney.
She puts anything up there.
She puts anything up there. If you watch her TV show, she'll put anything up there.
Wow. Incredible. Well, you all are a cross-section of America and beyond here. 2 Floridians, well, 3 technically, but
Thank you.
2 from the same Florida.
Right.
1 from a different Florida.
Uh-huh.
And you've met every other Floridian Billy Sly Car Guy?
Except for the one just born? Yes.
Really? Who's your favorite?
Well, now, you're going to get me in trouble.
Well, that's sometimes what we do on this show.
I'll be sporting about it. And my favorite Floridian, speaking, of course, of the Floridian Connecticutans, that'd have to be Max Hendricks. I'm deciding
Hendricks.
between Max and Jane, the brother and sister. But I think Max is my number one.
Really? So Max and Jane Hendricks,
Yeah.
are they neighbors of you? I guess everyone
Brother
is kind
and
of a
sister,
neighbor.
we're all kind of neighbors. But yeah, they do live a few streets over.
A few streets over. How long have you known Max and Jane?
Since I moved into town, probably 5 years. 5 years now.
Where did you move from?
New York City.
Because you were born to the white collar.
Yeah,
They
I was
were
born to a family
stockbrokers.
of stockbrokers.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. But I want my people. Although I love my parents dearly.
Do you? They're still with us then.
They are.
Wonderful.
Knock on wood.
Wonderful.
Is Connecticut famously a blue-collar state?
Yeah.
I feel like you could have gone a little further afield.
I meant to go all the way up to Maine and sort of be with
yeah.
fishermen and sort of,
The
but I
lobster
got-
trappers.
Yeah, but I got comfy. I was traveling through Florida, Connecticut, and just
That must have happened a lot when they settled the West. People came from back east and
Right.
they got all the way to
St. Louis or something.
Yeah, and they were like, this is
this
fine.
is great.
Yeah, why the arches are here.
This is beautiful.
Why are we going?
Why
any
do we
further?
leave? Actually,
Yeah.
Just stay here.
Yeah, but then some people were just not satisfied. They wanted to keep going west.
Which I guess means that everybody who lived on the West Coast is the hardest to satisfy.
That's right.
The grouchiest people.
Well, they're also the hardiest people who could survive anything. The
That's
people,
right.
Yeah, well, they always talk about these left coast elites. No, we're tough people.
Yeah, and fed up jerks.
What do you mean?
Just like you must not have liked St. Louis wasn't good enough for you.
Yeah, St.
You
Louis
know?
isn't good. Chicago isn't good enough. for you?
Denver was a piece of shit in your eyes. You just kept going. Everything's we want more. Only the Pacific Ocean could stop the grouchiness.
It's a beautiful ocean, though.
Love it.
You got to admit.
It's number 2 in my book.
Would you move to Malibu if you had the chance?
In a heartbeat. Another blue collar.
Classic blue
enclave.
collar.
Someone's got to be. Sorry.
Crunchkin, you what do you have planned for Dragon Con? Is it Dragon? No, sorry,
No,
Goblin
no,
Con.
That's in Atlanta.
Oh,
Goblin Con is downtown. It's just a great place for goblins to meet up from all over to meet about whatever sort of creator inspired activities they are doing these days.
Right,
It's
and
sort of
you have your battle axes. You design.
I design these battle axes. I swing them. I teach you how to swing them in war.
How hard could it be? Yeah, can I try? Can I pick it up?
As you can see.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Gee, I nicked you there.
Oh, that's dumb.
Billy Sly.
That's quite all right.
It's okay.
I'm huge. You can take a lot out of me. I'll grow back.
It almost looks like the ear sealed right back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
It nicked your ear, it did.
Healed pretty fast.
Topical. A lot of
Yeah.
ears
Do you want
getting
a
nicked.
Band-Aid on that ear? Of course, we'll be talking about the
We'll
issues
get
of the
into all
day
that, yeah.
at some point. But it's very exciting for you to be here.
Oh, I feel like anywhere I can go where I can sleep for the night and then also get to talk about my social media on GovTalk.
What are your handles?
Oh, it's Crunchkin _ Goblin USA.
Oh, okay. Was
Yeah.
Crunchkin taken,
Yes.
and then Crunchkin
And
Goblin
then Crunchkin
was,
Goblin was taken.
and then so you had to add a USA.
I had to add a USA.
That's okay. You're from the USA.
It makes sense, right? It makes sense that it would have USA at the end. It's good, right?
I'm looking at your social media and it looks like it all leads back to your Venmo. Are you strapped for cash right
Look,
now?
you gotta use any avenue these days.
Good for you.
It's about all of the different tendrils you can send out
Yeah.
to get you money.
A
Do
lot
not-
of these
yeah.
videos are you begging, it seems
Please give me the galaxies on GovTalk.
You're
Send me
crying
the
in this
universe. Please give me the universes. On GovTalk, you can send universes to someone. It's
Oh, really?
a type of currency that.
Oh, what would one do with a universe?
A universe, you would rule it, And then
How many universes do you rule, bro?
500.
500 universes?
500 universes.
That's a
That's like
pretty
manage-
personal question. You're asking some
Well,
personal
Equivalent
questions.
of $17.
Interesting. Yeah. It's like managing 500 apartment complexes.
Look,
How
it
do you-
eventually evens out. It's a lot of work at the start.
But the infrastructure is,
Once you get it up and running, it sort of
Runs itself.
amortizes.
Yeah, interesting. And Pip Whistle, of course.
The very same.
How did you get out here, Los Angeles, from Florida?
Well, my parents drove me.
Did they? Oh, so you're not a little orphan boy.
No, wait, that's a little offensive.
I'm sorry. We've had little orphan boys on the show before, so I just
Right.
wanted to make sure you're different.
You see a small British boy with soot in his face and a vest like mine, holding out his hands like this, and you just assume orphan.
Oh, why are you holding your hands out like
Because
that?
I want some more, please. Can I have some more?
Some more what?
Please, anything, sir.
Just anything.
Anything, sir.
All right, here's a little notepad.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Lots of drawings of cars on this. I feel
You
like
know
it's
it.
for you.
These are like what a fourth grader would draw.
Well, I never said I was an artist, but there's a classic Cadillac right on page
It's
one.
Wow.
it's just it looks like a box with two circles at the bottom.
And page 2 is a true baby blue Continental.
Well, my parents drove me out here, and we live in those apartments for child stars.
Oh yeah, the what do you call those again?
Yeah,
The-
you know the ones.
Yeah.
Like the bank.
Yes.
Yeah, they changed the name, so now I
Yeah,
can't
recently changed.
remember. Yeah. So, oh really? So, are you trying to be a child star?
I'm trying to just sweep all celebrities' chimneys, I am.
But you're hoping to get discovered?
I don't know. With a song in my heart and a twinkle in my eye, if I fall through the right chimney, you never know.
Wow, I can see it.
Gwyneth Paltrow wasn't helpful at all.
No.
Did she tap you on the shoulder and say she wishes you well? Though?
Yes, she did.
That's great.
She did.
That's the classic Paltrow move.
And then she said there's no such thing as a Nepo baby. She's worked for what she had.
I buy it. She's got the
Sure, once everyone gave her parts because of she was the daughter of. Then she worked for what she had.
Exactly. She called me Dick Van Dyke. She thought I was him.
Yeah. Really? You have a Dick Van Dyke.
You
sort
look
of
like a
air
little
about you.
Dick Van Dyke.
Thank you.
happier though. Happier.
Yeah.
I always thought Dick Van Dyke was a real downer.
Really?
Yep. He strikes me as a real buzzkill.
I feel like he's famously charming and sunshiny.
Not the vibe I get.
Yeah, I get like a disciplinarian kind of vibe.
Yeah,
from
I get
him.
a
like,
hard
but-
ass.
but yeah.
Mm.
You know, what I mean?
Lecture everybody
behind closed doors.
whip people into shape. The bearer of the whip. That's what Dick Van Dyke looks like. Real asshole. If you
You
ask
can
me.
tell in his physical comedy he's not a good guy, I assume.
He's got toxic energy all over him. Trips over an ottoman. I know he's going to be blaming the women for that.
I bet he
I
doesn't
don't
even
know where
like
you're getting
chocolate
it.
ice cream.
He doesn't like chocolate ice cream.
I bet he doesn't even like chocolate ice cream.
Oh, wow. Do you like chocolate ice cream?
I love it.
Really?
It's a goblin's favorite.
Any goblin's favorite ice
Any
cream is
goblin.
chocolate?
Okay. Chocolate is one of our favorites. We don't often have access to ice cream making machines.
Oh,
in
okay.
caves, and so it's actually
It's
a
one of those
favorite
few
ours.
foods that you need a machine to make.
Right.
You know what I
Machines,
mean?
I love them
Mm.
when they're inside of cars.
Yeah. How many machines are in each car these days?
Got to be at least 5. I mean, 1 for each wheel plus 1 for the dashboard. I would assume. I'm just guessing here, using common sense. 5 machines, probably more these days.
It's interesting because it is a machine, and yet it contains several machines inside of it.
I would imagine it has to.
And probably some simple machines as well.
Oh my gosh.
Pulleys, levers,
Oh, it's probably, yeah, that's
the
a
other
good
ones,
question.
Wheels.
wheels.
Inclined plane.
The first machine, the wheel.
The wheel.
Were you around for the
invention of the
that?
wheel.
Crunchkin?
Look, there was some parallel thinking, and let's just say my idea was stolen from me. So,
Really? What was your idea?
a wheel.
It was a wheel. Did you
but,
call it a wheel?
I called it a wheel, and then a caveman called it a wheel.
Okay, yeah, that seems like it's
Isn't
too
that
similar.
unfair?
That's
Yeah.
not cool.
And I came up with it in the caves, but there was a little more traction on the surface
Oh, okay. Well, he was out there.
for the wheel.
He was out there actually making them, and you were like conceptualizing
was
it
like-
on the cave wall.
I was like, give me a couple, once I finally get started, it'll eventually become a thing. And like, I have all these like seeds of an idea for a wheel.
How'd you get the original idea? It seems to me like maybe there's some spherical rocks, and you like a caveman was rolling around on those, or I guess you were.
Sure, that makes sense, I guess. But I mean, for me, I was tucked into a tiny little ball when I was a child, and I just rolled down the hill. And I was like, what if I didn't have to make this shape? What if
That's
something was
genius.
already this shape?
Wow,
That's genius.
incredible! But that caveman,
Yeah.
he gets all the glory.
Well,
all
good
the
ideas
glory.
don't exist in a vacuum, so you've probably had a few other good inventions in your time.
Yes, I think so as well. I think,
What else did you invent?
I invented these battle axes. They're
really?
They're mine.
That's
mean-
a huge invention.
Is it?
Did you invent the battle
I
axe?
invented the battle axe. Is that
Oh.
cool? Should I take credit for that one?
I mean, it puts you pretty solidly in the am a warrior.
No, wait, listen.
How did you even come up with it?
Well, when the elves came and said that they had to wipe out our kind, I said, not today. And I looked around and I found a sort of flat piece of steel that I was playing with, trying to make the wheel. And then I found
Why
a
was
big
it flat
stick.
if you were trying to make a wheel?
Oh, because it's... well, at the time, I was thinking in a 2D.
Oh, I
sort
see.
of
You were
a-
looking at
yes.
much like when you look at one
it was
straight
sort of-
on. They're rectangles.
It's much like how an architect sort of draws their drawings, you know.
I see.
And then I found a big pole, and then I said, not today, and not tomorrow, and not for 1,000 years. Wow. And I fought them all.
And you killed
I want to say 9,000.
9,000 just that day alone.
Yeah.
And your body count is only 50,000.
Look, I took a break from murder, okay? You want to? I don't love killing thousands upon thousands of creatures. Is
Do you like it?
Look, it's fine. You know, it's like sometimes if someone's like watching you pig out, and then you're like, well, am I not going to be the guy who pigs out? And it's like I feel embarrassed to just be like sort of consuming.
This is a
that way.
common thing that people watch other people pig out.
You ever see someone just really pig out, and you're like, hey, little piggy.
Okay, I haven't had this experience. Just on what, like an ice cream
slow
sundae?
down, slow down. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's like, hey, is that your whole thing? Ice cream sundaes?
I guess one of the Smartless guys did that in the Smartless documentary.
Man,
anyone
they
ate,
really go for each other, right? They really. attack each
anytime
other.
anyone
They're
ate
so funny.
anything, he would comment on it.
They all have eating disorders, and if that documentary had been 3 women, that's all we'd be talking about. But because it was
instead it just-
middle-aged men, we just let it
We'd
fly.
laugh it off.
I just love that they seem to be real good friends.
Love that. Well, guys, we need to take a break. But
Why?
Well, we have bills to pay
Okay.
here.
I hear that.
But when we come back, this is the CBB Roundtable. We're going to be talking about the issues of the day.
Can't wait.
What do you think about this? Well, why do you think about that? Where do you think about this other thing? How do you think about this thing over here? When do you think about this other thing? Which one am I missing? Who thinks about these things?
Right.
You? Oh, let's talk about it.
We'll see.
We'll see. We're going to come right back with the CBB Roundtable, and we're going to roll up our sleeves and really get into it. We'll be right back with more Billy Sly Car Guy, Crunchkin the Goblin, and Pip Whistle the Chimney Sweep. We'll be right back with the CBB Roundtable after this. Okay, you don't need to add that. We put that in.
It's
in
cheaper,
post.
right? If he doesn't.
I guess, yeah, we just don't have to pay Reggie.
It sounds exactly the same.
Okay. Hi, Billy. Thank you very much. Billy Sly Car Guy here,
That's right.
providing us with some of our bumper music.
I thought we had to do it.
No, we usually we leave that to Reggie Watts
That's so
later on.
smart. He's great at it.
Yeah, I mean, you were not bad.
Hey, thanks so much. Maybe I should pick up one of those guitars.
Just pick one up. Maybe
one
I'm a
day.
genius. I think you could go into Guitar Center and they'll let you pick one up for free.
I've gotten very close.
How close?
I've walked into a Guitar Center. I've talked to a guy named Slick, and he led me back to the Fender Stratocasters, and I've put my greasy mitts on it, and I've hoisted it to my torso, flipped it around.
Sounds
so
like you picked it up.
Strings are facing the right way. Picked up a what do you call it? A pleculum, a placard,
A pick.
Pick. That's it.
You know Fender Stratocaster, but you don't know pick.
And I raised up my right hand in the strumming position, and then dropped the whole thing and ran out of the store. So we don't know.
You were a coward?
In a way, I guess yes. I was scared of success.
Wow. Well, we also have Pip Whistle, of course, is here.
Tip of the hat,
little
whistle
boy
of the wink. Here I am.
Whistle
I'm
of
Pip,
the wink, yeah.
I'm Pip Whistle. I am.
Yeah.
Chimney
Sweep.
Chimney sweep.
And we also have Crunchkin the Goblin is here with us.
Yeah, Scott, I'm looking towels. Are there towels, communal towels?
I don't know if I have why communal towels. Can
Or
I
just,
just
I mean-
give you your own?
I mean, I thought we would all just say a little water or something. But,
How does that save water if we all share a towel?
well, you're washing towels. I mean, it uses
Oh, okay.
water.
Okay,
Got
yeah,
a
the end
communal
game.
oil rag if you want to check the oil on your dipstick.
Perfect.
There you go.
Forgive
What do
my
you say when you
ignorance,
say that?
but I thought you bathed in dirt like a chinchilla did.
I mean, normally I would, but every now and then you got to remove the entire layer to start anew.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Well, this is the CBB Roundtable, and
I can't wait.
yeah, we're gonna get into it. But before we begin the CBB Roundtable, I just want to make sure, like, none of you have ever met before, right? You've never.
Will that poison the well of our discussion?
Well, if you come to the CBB Roundtable with preconceived biases,
I
then
see. Or if we've worked out alliances or something like that.
yeah. So I just want. Have any of you met?
I mean, me and the little one, we live in the same city, and there's many chances that we would have seen each other in passing and maybe hung out, maybe played in the same kickball league, something like that.
Well, I have to confess something. If I didn't realize that was an issue, but I have seen Pip Whistle. I would not say that we know each other, but I did see you getting dispatched from an AMC theater for being too short.
Yes, I was walking like a sad Charlie Brown character coming out of there. I thought I was going to get to see Twisters, and they sent me away.
Yep. I was going in for my fourth viewing.
Really? Fourth viewing of Twisters.
I just want to really know what's going on. Once you know how it ends, you want to see what seeds they planted earlier in the movie.
Yeah. So what did they plant earlier?
Well, Glenn Powell starts off as a jerk and ends up as a nice guy, and they plant some seeds for that pretty early.
So they're planting the seeds that he's the jerk?
That he's a nice guy, really.
He's a nice guy. What are these seeds? I haven't seen Twisters.
He really likes to help,
He's like an arrogant...
Wait, were you at the screening too?
Look, I'm part of the Goblin Creators Program. Where we go to Goblin premieres and saw Goblin Twisters, and I did happen to see you there.
Goblin Twisters?
Yes, it's really just a screening of Twisters for Goblins.
Okay, it's not like a Goblin
They
version.
didn't remake the movie.
Oh,
God,
okay.
I
That would be
wish.
expensive to remake every movie with goblins in it.
Well, if you get the goblins there, maybe it's a little cheaper. That's what my pitch is.
Okay, so wait, all three of you were at the same movie theater at the same
I think
time?
so, yeah. I mean, I didn't interact with Pip, but Pip, I just wanted to compliment you on your positive attitude, even as you were being literally thrown into the air by an AMC, I guess a bouncer is the only way to
They
describe
have
it.
bouncers there now.
And I
Wow.
would describe him as a teen boy with a power trip. He threw me so far into the sky.
And as you sailed through the air, you were like, I'm all right.
Like a cartoon I did.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, that's a cheery fellow. And I strode on in and stayed out.
And you had no interactions after that?
No, if this turns into a 12 Angry Men situation, my loyalties lie with no one.
Okay. You sure? You never...
Try to remember. I mean, I noted you getting thrown away, and I felt bad, but I gotta admit, I didn't really want to get involved.
Okay.
Other than I did run up to you and just give you a mint and just ask if you were okay. I think that was it, right? We said
Right.
that much.
And then we spent the afternoon together, went on a couple of vacations.
We walked around the Americana a little. I mean, we walked to the Apple store because
Right.
I'm a sucker for gear.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You have you have a flip phone.
Yeah. I know. Someday I'll take the plunge.
You're just a coward. Wait, so you guys spent the afternoon together?
Yeah,
not the whole afternoon.
Isn't the Americana so nice? Don't you love
It's
the Americana?
the outdoor
Scott
mall here
Aukerman?
in Los Angeles. Sure,
Yeah.
it's all right. And Crunchkin, you...
I should say that I also know their ancestors from many years. Many
Tell me about
lives. A Dutch merchant.
Woo!
And you,
And me?
a Scottish prince.
Oh, wow,
What,
me.
Macbeth? Or...
Macbeth.
Oh, don't say it.
Oh, no!
no!
This episode is
Edit it out.
cursed.
Edit it out.
We're out of bleeps.
A chandelier just fell on the table. Oh, no.
Is this a Phantom of the Opera curse?
I guess so.
Oh, jeez. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't say him either. Like, if you can't say
Phantom of the
Macbeth, you
Opera.
shouldn't say Phantom of the Opera.
That
either.
seems worse.
He's a worse guy.
I'd much rather have Macbeth show.
Yeah.
I'd much rather have him show up though, because he's an ambitious man.
Sure. Yeah. What was
Got
his
ideas.
What was his crime?
Just being an effective administrator.
Yeah. Meanwhile, a Phantom of the Opera, he's sitting down there with half a gross face.
And he's a creep.
He's a nerd writing music.
And he's a toxic man. I said it.
Wow. So you know their ancestors, but you didn't hang out with them at the.
I've watched over them to make sure they're safe for many years.
Whoa.
Yes.
And then
Hey.
you got a sprinkles cupcake with us at the Americana that
I
day.
broke my rule to have one cupcake and see you in person and make sure that your lives are going.
Was it cheat day for you?
A bit of a cheat day.
in terms of seeing them in
Once
person
every
as
blood
well as-
moon, I have a cheat day.
Oh, okay. So you guys, I mean, I don't
We
know.
hung up a part of an afternoon,
Part of an afternoon.
and then
Any of the
part
next
it.
day?
I mean, some texts.
Right. We FaceTime every Sunday just to check in.
Yeah, I tried
Basically strangers.
We play that T-shirt game on You Don't Know Jack or whatever it is.
Checkbox.
That's it, Jack.
Yes,
You Don't
it's
Know
great.
Jack.
I send you.
It's a
That
t-shirt.
t-shirt game. Oh, you don't know
I
Jack.
love You Don't Know Jack.
From the
I
90s,
can't-
yeah.
Oh my God.
You guys have a real rapport here.
I wouldn't say so.
No,
I
I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know how this is going to
Consider
pollute
them strangers.
the pool here on the CBP roundtable. This is
I think we'll be fine
I
because
think it's not
we've
compromised
never
at all.
really talked about the issue, so
No,
I don't
right.
really know where they stand on
We
any.
keep politics out of our daily
That's
lives.
right.
and
We have small
conversations.
talks. So I know where they stand on how they feel about nice days and they liked them.
And I was the ring bearer
Pretty
at
good.
both their weddings, I was. But that's,
you were great.
Oh, that's
not a day where I'm really spending time with them, you know? I sort of have a job
You're
to
just
do.
sort of having half a conversation with everyone. You feel like you never even talked to anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know each other really, really well.
I disagree entirely.
You're lying.
Okay, well,
You're lying.
That's a lie, it is.
lying.
You're
Scott
lying.
Aukerman is a liar, he is. Telling friends he's reading their scripts and he's throwing them in the
All right,
chimney.
okay. See, this is what I was worried about. You're all teaming up against me.
Well, I've read every script Jon Hamm's given me.
How many has he given you?
0.
Okay, well,
But I'm ready.
all right, John, if you're
You're
listening.
listening? Send them to me.
All right, well,
Billy Sly at AOL.net.
this isn't exactly what I wanted from a CBB roundtable, but
What did you want?
well, I want 3 strangers who maybe don't know each other's opinions, and then then we talk about the issues of the day, and we sort of like hammer out our differences, and we all come to maybe an agreement or a disagreement. But it seems like you
Two
guys are-
words, Scott. Due diligence.
Wow.
I don't have like Oppo research files on the 3 of you. I booked 3 randos. I thought.
Did you even give it a Google, Scott?
Just one? What's going to come up if I Google?
Google Billy Sly,
Billy-
Crunchkin, Pip Whistle.
Pip Whistle.
See what comes up?
There are thousands of Google images.
Yeah.
Yes.
These are like Getty images of you. You guys have gone to premieres.
Mini premieres.
Yeah.
Twisters and then Twister.
We have a podcast on the Headgum Network, we do.
My God, this is not what the CBB
Conan
Roundtable
O'Brien's
is
one of our
about.
most frequent guests.
What?
Uh-huh.
He only came on here once.
He's a heck of a guy.
See him all the time.
Taller than me.
Okay, well,
I got a question.
yeah.
I hope this doesn't break the momentum, but it's been sitting in my gourd for a while.
All right.
Crunchkin.
Yes.
You say you're going to Goblin Con in Los Angeles.
Yes,
You
of
said
course.
it's every millennia.
Absolutely.
What was the last one like in Los Angeles?
It was in 1024, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, that was just when the creative market was really just becoming a thing. And so goblins, it was in the sort of the wake of the Blood War with the elves and the dwarves.
The one you started.
The one they
You
showed
finished
up.
it.
I finished. Thank you. sir.
Yes.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was sort of this. Hey, I'm sorry I came down on you so hard.
That's anything goes in the CBB Roundtable. That's one of the rules.
That's what I've heard.
Wow.
Is anything goes,
I shall
and
write
no
it
need to
down.
apologize.
That's
Because
rule number 1. Anything goes.
things can get heated in the CBB Roundtable, but we raise the temperature and then we lower it back down. We're
Wow.
all still friends.
Sort of a nice medium. Well, I would say that it was the wake of this war, and there's a burgeoning industry. It was a time of a creative industry sort of renaissance, and
Right.
so people were getting
Like
on
like the
apps.
golden age of television.
Exactly. Yes. You know, it
Or the
felt like-
Renaissance.
Or the Renaissance.
Also a good one.
These both work.
In terms of
The Renaissance is great. You know, the recovery
terms
of
of
the Dark
Renaissances?
Ages across
Sure.
all art forms, and the
Right.
golden age of the television.
Sure.
Yeah.
And when
late
you say the
90s.
golden age, you're talking the late 90s?
Late 90s, early aughts. I'm thinking
It's
The
just like-
Sopranos, basically.
Oh, okay.
Some would
so
say the 50s were the golden age of television.
Who would say that?
The Honeymooners.
Oh, of course, they'd say
The
it.
Dick Van Dyke Show?
Well, what, that guy?
I was thinking of like Seinfeld into Frasier. Is that it, or is it like Friends?
That's I mean,
Oh, like
Cheers
the must-see
into
TV era you think is the
Seinfeld,
golden
I'd say.
age of television?
I think
my money.
everyone thinks it's the golden age of television whenever they're, like 20.
Yeah, just
or
like your-
2050.
Your
Yeah.
favorite cast of SNLs whenever you were 13 or whatever.
Yes.
I mean, when the streaming services first came on the scene, they promised it was going to be a golden age of television.
The
See
last
what they've
time
done now.
the world made sense was in the 90s.
Really?
And then Santa Claus died in 1998.
That was the worst day.
Wait, he died in 1998?
Yeah.
I found his body myself in a chimney, I did.
Really?
He died in Mariska Hargitay's chimney. It was so sad.
Wow.
Devastating it was.
Did she take the case?
She did. As a citizen, not even
Even
as
though
Olivia Benson.
Even though it didn't have, Santa Claus, I guess, is a special victim.
I don't know. Don't make assumptions. That case had layers to it. It did, Scott.
Really? So someone fucked him? Put him in a chimney?
That's what I read into that, too. That's
And
exactly
then
what I
that's why
assumed.
Bush won that election. It would have been Al Gore if Santa had been alive.
Really? Santa would have sprinkled some of his famous
Christmas magic.
on the election that year?
He would have, yeah.
Oh, it was the next year, though.
We were saved then.
Wow. Okay. Well, it's disappointing that you guys. I'm not going to say you kept it from me.
What?
Your prior relationship.
What prior relationship? Our warm acquaintanceship?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Our occasional small talking.
Right. I gave each of them a kidney, but I'd do the same for anyone,
So
really.
you have no kidneys?
No kidneys.
Yeah.
That's why I have this constitution.
You should have kept one.
And by the way, it was delicious.
You just ate it?
Yeah.
Yes, and mine looked great on my mantle.
A gorgeous centerpiece.
Yep. I embalmed Pip's kidney and I put it right up on the mantle next to the model that I built of a 1956 Chrysler.
Wow.
What's that model like?
Well, I got a picture right here
Oh.
on my flip phone. Hang on. Click, 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 click.
You don't have to take
Gonna
it.
be
I got
a
it. I
couple
just gotta
minutes.
get down
Give
to
him a
photos
minute.
menu. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, this
Got
is
it.
a thing with him.
This is a 600p pixel photo. There you go. That's the model of my Chrysler.
Okay.
It's downloading a little bit from the top. It will
Give it a second.
stop to load.
Okay, loading. Okay, I think it's finished loading. This is
Yeah,
still
this is
pretty
it.
grainy.
No, this is a full resolution.
This is okay. This is just a rock.
Yep, painted red, just like a 1956 cherry red Chrysler.
The only similarity is the color. It's not even cherry red, by the way.
I
This
got
is
the
like
closest I could get.
magenta.
Hey, from a
Very
distance,
bright.
if you're looking through cherry red glasses, it looks great.
I guess.
I did my best. But look how much here. Look at this wider shot of the kidney. Look how much the kidney brightens up the place.
No, it is a nice kidney.
Yeah, thank you.
Very tiny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
I'm worried about you.
Oh,
Pip.
don't be. I got a couple things left. Half a lung.
Oh no, you gave
The
away your
idea
lungs.
of a liver. I've got enough for me.
You should get a liver transplant from someone else. Maybe one of these guys here, your best friends.
Well,
Please.
if you want Pip, you can have my liver.
Thank
Or at
you.
least
thank
part
God.
of it.
How about a kidney?
I don't know. I feel so partial to the two inside my body and the one on my. Let's make a deal. I'll give you the idea of a kidney and half of my real liver.
Okay, great. Can I play Snake on your phone for a minute, please?
Here you go.
It's
sure.
my favorite.
Okay. Why are you playing Snake during the show? Where this is the CBB roundtable.
What?
We're
We haven't talked about politics at all.
we're gonna
I
be
feel
talking
like
about
I'm
the
not-
issues of the day, and you're sitting here playing Snake.
All right.
I just did. I'm ready whenever.
Let's get into. I got an issue of the day I want to talk about.
Well, we're running out of time on this segment. We need to take a break. Wow.
Thank God though, because I was beat.
Wait, you didn't have anything?
Yeah, I had something, but I mean, if we got to take a break,
No, we have to take a break. Yeah,
okay. I
unfortunately.
mean, I'd love my. I'll just tease it.
Yeah, sure.
What should I have for lunch?
Interesting. And is this yogurt communal?
Oh, I'll have that.
Nothing is communal here.
Oh, okay.
Like you bring your own food.
I don't want the.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
It does make sense.
Now
Have you
it
ever
makes
stayed
sense.
at an Airbnb where the food is just
Well, I just thought it was maybe there are other, it's like a share house.
share house?
You ever been to a B&B where they have breakfast?
Sure. Yeah, a bed and breakfast.
I thought that was like, Airbnb.
That's a good point.
Can I ask you a question? What's Scott's rating on Airbnb?
If you don't tell them, I'll tell you.
Okay, I won't
Whisper.
say.
2.
Wow,
2 stars
2 stars.
out of 1,000.
Out of 1,000.
it's very low.
What?
But not-
What did he say? What did he say?
He said he's happy to be here. He is.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a great rating. It's really good.
Okay, just because I won't share my yogurt.
We have to take a break, but we'll be right back.
All right.
Come to
Bang,
Bang
bang,
Comedy,
bang,
Bang
All right,
Bang
we'll be
Comedy,
right
Bang
back with
Bang
more of the
Comedy,
CBB
Bang Bang
Roundtable
Comedy, Bang Bang
after this. And we're back with the Comedy Bang Bang Roundtable. Of course, this is the format of the show where we talk about the issues of the day, what is going on, how do we feel about it. We have 3 people here. I thought were just random people that we found, but they turned out to be weirdly entrenched in each other's lives.
That's not true. They're just my emergency contacts. They are.
Okay. Have you ever had an emergency that you guys have had to?
All the time.
Almost always, sir.
Pretty often.
Yeah. So you see each other all the time.
Every day.
And you FaceTime on Sundays, even though you guys just saw each
We
other?
go into separate rooms
Yeah.
and we FaceTime.
We live together.
Yeah.
You guys are roommates too?
We live in Pensacola.
Well, I'm bi-coastal.
You're bi-coastal. You enter the portal.
Two coasts, of course. Florida
Yeah,
and
Crunchkin
Connecticut.
gave me a portal, and that is handy as F.
Yes.
So you don't have to fly, really? It's just
Yeah, I just step in. Well, as long as I'm going to Pensacola, Florida, I don't have to fly. If I'm going anywhere else, I need to fly.
A steep price. An emerald for a port.
That's true. But you also gave me a pot of emeralds.
Yes, of course. So I have a lot of emeralds, I should say.
Oh, sure. It's like when you take, your kid to the arcade and you
You
give
get
them a lot of tokens.
Yeah. You put $5 in, a bunch of little emeralds come out.
Let's
Yeah.
get into it.
Okay.
People think that white evangelicals are trying to Trojan
hold on.
horse
This is-
J.D. Vance into
Hold on,
office
hold on.
under Trump.
Sorry, I asked the questions
Oh, I'm
on the
sorry.
CBB
All right.
Roundtable.
That's fair.
That
Pip,
makes
gotta
sense.
admit, that's fair.
That
I'm the
is fair.
moderator. I asked the questions. Now, you were not provided any of the questions in advance. Is that right?
No.
No.
Why do you say like no
What do you mean by provided?
In the same way that Kamala wasn't provided the questions for the debate.
What do you mean? You guys have the questions before?
I mean, your assistant gave us some examples of what they could be. I said, can we have a sampling of what it might be?
Yeah, like a practice SAT is what it seemed like.
Okay.
And then you get in there and it's like, these guys.
Well, let me ask the first question, and then we'll see if you guys if this was one of the practice questions.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Okay. What's a pizza topping that most people hate, but you secretly love? You knew this one already?
Yeah.
I'm going to say anchovies.
Yeah. And I'm going to say the blood of my ancestors.
That was my second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll say pepperoni.
No, people like pepperoni.
Everyone famously hates pepperoni, they do, Scott.
Okay, I don't know what this question, by the way. How many pizza toppings
By
do
the way, we
people
got
hate?
in a heck of a fight when we talked about it before the show. But we
So you
worked
guys
it out.
already worked out the
We
answers?
worked it out, and I'm no longer offended. But we got into it. We were talking for hours about that one.
I was pissed.
You were so mad, Crunchkin.
No one makes me mad like that.
I felt scared.
You got so angry you cried, you did.
I wanted to hear that on the show.
I'm an emotional guy.
Were you recording it?
We
at least,
resolved
or-
it. I
No,
mean,
we went into an empty room with no recording devices. I left my flip phone outside. We took our
I
clothes
left
off.
my
We stood in
axes
the void.
outside.
This is not the spirit of the CBB Roundtable. I want to hear these disagreements on
Oh, that's
air.
just one, Scott. And you know, it was a good warm-up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. How about this question? Did you have this one in advance?
Maybe.
Window seat or aisle seat? You guys had this one too?
Yeah, and boy, did we get into it.
And let's say our answer on 3, because we ended up unanimous.
At the end, we did.
At the
1,
end.
2, 3,
Middle
middle seat.
How do you pronounce it? Midle.
Middle
Midle seat.
Middle seat.
Well, that's an old car term. Yeah, the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and if you squeeze somebody there, that's the model.
Okay.
Because the first person to do it was Florence Midle, 1951.
Really? So Florence
Midle.
Midle was the first person to say, like, I bet I could fit in there.
Yeah.
In between you guys?
Yep, and she was wrong. She died.
She got sent right through the windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no protection, and and then they then had to redesign cars so the model seat wasn't an automatic vortex of energy that launched you.
We
up
honor
into
her always.
We honor Florence Midle. Midle seat.
Middle seat.
And it's our favorite.
Wow. So you guys, you had a big, long argument about...
because we didn't used to agree. We were not originally on the
No.
same page with that,
Okay.
and we were very passionate about
could
it.
you
And
make-
I got a little personal with Pip,
Yeah.
which Pip, I apologize.
That's all right. Water under the bridge it is.
Could you maybe reenact it? Would that be too weird to reenact the argument? or...
Because you want to see what the discussion.
Well, I mean, this is what the CBB Roundtable is all
I'll
about,
try.
is to provide people
You
with
wanna get the
questions
hot
that
take
spark some hot
people-
takes.
okay,
Yeah.
sure.
She'll definitely lose that organic energy, but I guess.
we'll give it a shot. Can you ask the question again? We'll try to get into it.
Okay, window seat or aisle seat?
Pip, I prefer window. What do you think?
Well, I like the middle seat.
Me too.
Because, oh, thank you.
That's it. There was
That
more
was it?
to it. There was more to
Well,
it.
yeah,
Well,
how did
yes,
you get
it's
involved, Crunchkin?
I nodded to both of them. And
I guess I missed that.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up to them?
He nodded and did a thumbs up, he did.
I was listening to something.
Okay, that didn't sound very heated. I have
It
to
was
admit.
more
At the time, it was like
Can't remember
so
how we got
animated.
there.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels
How
like
did
you're
you answer it initially, Pip?
Yeah, we were fighting and it was like really interesting. Like it was very like, it felt like two smart people sword fighting each other. Like it
Have
would
you
have been
ever-
great audio.
Like a Sorkin. Like
Yes.
a Sorkin show.
It was very Sorkin.
Is Sarkin a type of goblin?
Sorkin. Yeah, I'm Crunchkin. Sorkin is one cave over.
Yeah,
Oh,
he does
okay.
walk and talks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Through the caves, sort of roundabout.
Talks a lot about Camelot, he does.
Well, this is unfortunate.
I
This
remember
is
the
not-
first time Pip said window. Oh, I remember. Okay.
Okay, let's
Well,
try
you
it again.
said
Yeah.
window, and then I was
Window.
like, that's just like you. That's just so like you and your type and you people. That's what I said. I said, you people.
What did you mean by you people?
Just Pip. And then I cleared that up and we hugged.
Yeah, we hugged.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he bought me a smoothie.
Oh, really?
I did.
Acai?
Sorry. What did you say? Is that what language?
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
I know 12 languages of the new world and old. but-
It's a relatively
exclamation?
recent.
That scared me, it did, when Scott Aukerman said
It's okay.
acai.
I'm sorry.
It's
Pip.
okay.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you-
like that, I did.
Are you beginning to list things in Spanish where the first item
No,
is
it's a-
asa and
it's-
then e and then
It's,
you're going to
a
do
berry.
Huh?
The acai berry. It's a weird word to
So
say because
you
it has
wanna-
3
and-
different vowel sounds.
He's
asa-
you
making
need to
things up, he is. Scott Aukerman is making things
I'm
up.
terrified. An acai what? Berry?
Berry, yes, the
Two
acai.
things?
No, it's what? It's a what?
Acai berry. Now, what's
Berry.
berry mean in Spanish?
ACAI.
What is Barry?
An acai
You know
berry?
12
Acai.
different languages.
So it's
You never
Spanish
heard
and
berry?
French in one phrase? Acai berry.
Are you telling me that a new berry showed up in 2016 that no one had ever heard of, and
I
then it was
guess.
everywhere?
I'd never heard of it before, but now it's in every store. It's in every crossword.
I don't think I like this round table very much anymore, Mr. Aukerman.
Pip.
okay.
Pip,
I'm so
hey,
sorry.
take it easy. Here, Pip.
Take this oily rag that I think.
Thank
That's
you.
It's not
Mine.
communal.
Oh, well, it's
Here's
too
my
late now.
communal oily rag if you want a chicken dipstick or wipe your tears.
I wanted to talk about the hot topic issues of the day.
So do I.
I gotta admit, the topics you were bringing up, those were too hot.
No, they weren't. I want to talk about how J.D. Vance went to a donut shop, and then when they asked what donut he wanted, he said whatever makes sense.
We can't talk about.
And I want to
things
play
like
the
this.
race card.
No, that's not what the
I wanna
CBD
play it
roundtable is
hard.
about.
Mr. Aukerman, he said whatever makes sense. Like an alien, Mr. Aukerman, so please.
I want to talk about Ken Bone.
Ken Bone?
Yes,
Yes.
me too. I want to talk about Ken Bone.
He was
Remember
milkshake
Ken
ducked a long
Bone?
time ago.
I want to
Okay,
talk about
fine.
Ken Bone.
And I want to talk
I
about
mean,
Joe the
shake dog.
Plumber. And I want to talk about Jack Kemp, vice presidential candidate of Bob Dole. Ooh, he got under my skin.
It's just time to talk about it.
These issues are
Can
too
we
hot.
please at least talk about the Howard Dean scream?
I want to talk about
Please,
Tipper
Mr.
Canoe
Aukerman.
and Tyler too.
Yeah.
What do you want to say about it?
Well,
Pip Whistle?
Yeah, well,
well, I'm going to talk about how if that would happen today, it wouldn't even make the news, Mr. Aukerman, sir.
That's your hot take
I
on
agree
the
with that.
Howard Dean screen?
Have you ever thought about that?
Have you even thought about that? Mr.
Yeah, everyone's
Aukerman?
thought about it. It's the most common idea you could have about the Howard Dean screen.
well, here's something people have not thought about the Howard Dean scream.
Okay.
It sounded fun.
I agree.
Like he was having fun, or
Like,
it's-
a good sample, for like to mix into some kind of bedroom pop anthem.
Wait, are you like a producer of dance music or anything?
I've made a couple tracks. I mean,
He's
not
amazing. He's the best in the
that. I wouldn't
business.
say it's amazing.
I don't know why you didn't introduce yourself as that and just as sort
Is
of
that-
your
he
hobby.
Can't
Is that how
play
you
an
make-
instrument, but he can mix it.
Is that how you
Mix it
make your
too.
money?
I've made some money mixing some songs.
How
That's
much
right.
money have you?
Let me check in my app. No. Here's how much I made.
That's $14 million.
Oh, it's pretty good.
Why do you keep all your
quite
money in your
blue-collar.
Venmo app?
Yeah,
I like to, I'm ready to reimburse people for lunch.
yeah. You got to take that out of checking, by the way.
By the way, the sprinkles cupcake. I sent a request.
You did?
I
Oh,
did
hang
send
on.
a-
Let me check. Whoa, this is quite a cupcake. All right, here you go.
It was $900.
Resolved.
Wow, are you just inflating the numbers on
No,
this because
Scott.
because he doesn't know?
I don't think he really understands money. I can buy 3 universes with that.
Yeah.
We're overstating my musical production success. Me and my friend Phineas Eilish did one track called Bad Guy for his sister Billy, and that was
You
it.
produced Bad Guy?
I little produced it as overstating it. I composed it and arranged it. That's it. I didn't sing it, and I didn't come up with most of the words.
Could you tell by him? He's singing the Comedy Bang Bang themes. You could tell that he's so good at mixing it.
I guess so. Wait, which words did you come up with in Bad Guy?
Bad.
Bad.
Uh-huh.
What about Guy?
Not guy.
What was it originally?
It was foot.
Bad Foot?
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's how it's really. To me, it makes more sense that way.
I'm trying to imagine the True Detective Night Country credit sequence with them saying Bad Foot over that.
Bad foot. No sock and shoes around. I can't walk with this corn on my bad foot. I put bad foot in a couple times.
You just wrote a song about your feet having
My
corns on
feet
them?
were driving me bonkers. My dogs were barking.
So your feet hurt. Something about
bad feet hurt.
Then I can't sit down right, and I'm so grouchy to all my friends who are nice. Then I get in their face, and it's 'cause of my corn.
I can't listen to this anymore.
Do you think Tim Waltz was a good pick for VP?
We're not
Mr.
talking
Aukerman?
about Tim Waltz on the CBB
Please, Mr.
Roundtable.
Aukerman.
So you came up with everything bad about the song Bad Guy.
The lyrics weren't my strong foot. They weren't my strong foot.
They're a
But
bad foot.
thank you. Ooh. No, I already tried it. I already tried it. It sounded so good when Pip said it.
You wrote it already.
My bad. No, I already
Your
tried.
bad foot.
You got kind
No,
of
see, you wanted to write it again.
Is this what foot mouth disease is?
Oh, no. I wish I did.
I love that lightning struck twice for that idea. You got inspired again
I
for a
just
second
it
time.
sounded so great, but no, I tried it already. So I just brought in the muted bass and the quiet percussion and the melody and the chord ideas and that's it.
Okay,
Smart.
and then had horrible lyrics on it.
Bad. I wouldn't say horrible. We're bad in there.
Mr. Aukerman, can we talk about politics, please? Sir?
Uh,
What about Ted Kennedy killing that girl at Chappaquiddick?
Let's get
Mr.
into it.
Aukerman?
Oh, that's too hot.
Mom,
That's too hot of a
it's
topic.
so
That's not what
long
the
ago.
CBB Roundtable's about.
Chappaquiddick,
That's
Mr.
not what
Aukerman.
the. Okay. That's
You know, on the show
Chappaquiddick.
For All Mankind, that didn't happen, and he gets elected president.
Chappaquiddick.
It's
another
alternate
guest on
future?
recently who was talking about For All.
I like that guy. Yeah,
It's an alternate. Oh, I didn't know that's the premise.
yeah, it's an alternate
And it's
reality
alternate
show.
reality.
Huh, maybe I'll check it out.
I
Yeah,
love
we
it.
Where
normally
the
watch
Russians make
TV
it to the
together.
moon first.
Oh, okay.
John Lennon survives. The Beatles reunite in the mid '80s.
I feel like anybody could do that. Give me a piece of history, and I'll give you all history.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Revolutionary War, America.
Okay. What if the British won?
What?
Holy shit.
What if America was a big British colony?
Oh,
What if-
that's crazy.
10 seasons of that.
What if Howard Dean didn't scream?
Whoa.
Maybe you can write that script, Mr. Aukerman, sir. Jon Hamm can play Howard Dean.
He actually would make a great
He
Howard
would
Dean.
be so good.
But can you imagine being a British colony?
Yeah,
And then
and
we
then-
would Brexit.
In
I can imagine it.
Oh, Pip.
You fit right in, Pip. You're
I
great.
would, I would.
Do you have dual citizenship, Pip?
I do.
Dual citizenship?
Oh, God.
I'm scared of you, sir.
Get up, Scott. Oh,
Scott,
you're down.
Fucking shit.
He looks really hurt.
Holy beans, he's hurting him.
Oh, God. Put a spoon in his mouth.
This is acai berry all over again.
Jesus, red in an acai.
I used this for the yogurt. I hope that's okay.
Your germs all over
Let me
my.
wipe your face with my
Epilepsy
oily
spoon.
rag. Here you go.
Scott, I got a question for you.
Yes, Pip.
Right before we started recording, you said, I have got a hot take. I feel like another term with Trump wouldn't be so bad. And then the second the microphones get turned on, and you all of a sudden you're scared to speak your mind.
Well, that's not the spirit of. I mean, obviously, my own personal feelings about the election are gonna come out, but that's not what the CBB Roundtable is about. It's about hot takes, but then cool reception.
Oh.
That's the standard characteristic of a CBB
Right
Roundtable.
before we started recording, you asked me how woke I was, and you were like, "Not too much, I hope."
I mean, this is an early morning.
That's what you were talking about.
Yeah. Are you
Oh.
awake to do the show?
I misinterpreted.
You were wearing sunglasses.
I know. Pretty cool.
Before we started, you were like, I'm thinking about Austin. Thoughts? And I was like, I don't. What
Austin
do you mean?
Powers is what. I meant.
Okay.
Oh,
I thought you were going
all
to try to move to
I was in
Austin.
Gold Member, of course.
Oh.
So
Famously.
famously played the young Michael Caine.
You went up to me and you were like,
Yes.
"Don't you think we should build a wall?"
Well, I was talking about a wall here on my own property.
Oh, well, you know what? Wall would be nice.
Yeah, in order to keep people out.
Why did you say, I wish we had overturned the election? That one's kind of hard to...
I was talking about, of course, the George Washington election, the original election.
I thought that
history.
too.
What if, I mean,
I'm a
what
John
if?
Adams man, and I'm not going to apologize for it.
Although we got in there
He
just
did,
under the wire.
so I'm not too mad about it.
Number 2.
My alternate history. What if John Adams was the
Was
first
president
president, not
first?
the second?
Yeah, it's
John Adams and George Washington switch places.
All right.
hard to imagine what changed.
Guys, I'm going to go off the list of questions here. I'm gonna no longer use it because apparently you were sent sample questions that are just the questions I was going to use. I'm just going to go off the top of my head here.
I'm ready. Oh, I love this.
Love it.
CBB Roundtable, quick takes.
Oh,
Okay?
lightning round.
Lightning round. If you were a sitcom character, what would be your catchphrase? Ready? Crunchkin, go.
Please, more universes, please.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pip.
Did I do that?
Oh, that's
Okay, I
good.
think that was used, but all right. Billy Sly Car Guy.
Alice, I'm going to hit you in the face because you're my wife.
From the Dick Van Dyke Show, it was.
That's a good 50s catchphrase.
All right, good. We're this good. We're in the middle of a lightning round. All
Okay.
right. Who would win an arm wrestle, you or the person next to you?
Which person's next to me?
I guess you're sort of in a.
When it's
I would take
circle,
all
yeah.
3 of you at once.
Yeah, I would pick Crunchkin pretty solidly.
Yeah.
Well, I've got no kidneys, sir, so they could take me down pretty easy.
Yeah, look at this. I just push her.
Ah!
Him, sorry. Misgendered you, Pip.
That's all right. I went flying to the moon.
All right. Lightning round. Question 3. First, think of a Disney character.
Got it?
Got it.
Got it? All right. What would their dating app bio say?
If you're a frog, I'm a princess.
It would say, it's Wally.
Oh, okay. All right. And Pip?
Is Shrek a Disney character?
We'll grandfather him in.
Stay out of my swamp.
I don't like that Shrek's in this.
Shrek's a Disney guy now?
Oh, is he offensive?
We're confusing universes.
I
and
hope
I
Disney
love-
buys DreamWorks.
You want that to happen?
Yeah, so Shrek can meet Minnie.
So we
that
can
would be
finally get an ant sequel.
Maxie meets Minnie.
I'd love a Shrek Goofy.
A Shrek Goofy.
Yeah, like a Goofy, but who looks like Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek
Goofy.
version of Goofy.
I'm trying to think of it. I'm not sure what we're buying with that.
I got to start making CBB T-shirts that are Shrek Goofy.
Yeah. Throw Puss in Boots in the next Frozen movie.
Yes, wouldn't that be fun?
I love
Elsa
it.
tries to blast him with like an ice shield,
Uh-huh.
and he like takes a sword and goes and just starts turning it into ice cubes.
And then
Somebody sent you that script and you threw it in the fire. You did.
Really? Jeez.
Donkey goes on your left.
Love Donkey.
Love Donkey. Look, we all agree
We
on
all
that.
love
The
Donkey.
CBB
Love
roundtable,
Donkey.
it gets heated sometimes.
Who said that? Can't be the Donkey.
But we all agree that we love Donkey.
We can come to an agreement on that. But we fought a lot today.
Wait, you talked about this earlier?
Yeah.
About loving Donkey?
Yeah. Well, we didn't agree at first. We agreed we loved him, but not how much.
We 12 Angry Men did.
Yeah. It took a while.
Took a long
I was
while.
unsure. I was a little undecided on Donkey. You were really into Elephant, if I remember.
Yeah, well, we were talking about this earlier when I came over to your apartment.
Where we also live part of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I wanted to screen you guys and interview
I
you.
FaceTimed you. I was like, you should come over.
Yeah. So, but what's weird is you were all three in different bedrooms, and I was FaceTiming you from the living room. So I didn't know you lived together.
Exactly.
I
So
didn't
we
think
like
it
to
would
do it.
matter.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Scott. Anything to
Been great
plug?
to have you,
Hey,
Scott.
you're not the host.
This is our Headgum podcast.
This is a Headgum podcast?
Yeah, this is our Headgum
oh,
podcast.
man. I hope Headgum buys Earwolf. So finally the Doughboys can be on Comedy Bang Bang.
Wow.
That'd be great.
Can you imagine?
I think it has been imagined.
Wow.
I could
It's
imagine
like,
how it
can you
would go.
imagine the alternate universe where that happens?
Comedy
Come
Bang
on.
Bang, Comedy Bang Bang,
All right,
Comedy
okay.
Bang Bang.
You're going to put Reggie out of a job.
I'm
Here.
sorry.
All right. Well, this CBB roundtable has been a wash.
Wash? That's pretty good. I thought it was a loss. If it's a break-even situation.
I got a wash verging on bust.
Oh, don't say that, Scott.
Please don't say that, Scott.
Please don't
I
say
guess
that.
when I say wash, I mean it's washed, meaning
It's
bad.
washed.
Oh, no. Washed is bad?
Yeah,
Not in the chimney sweep business. That's a good term.
that's a good point.
And
Don't
not if it's
insult
been-
me and my best friends like this, huh?
Well, look, guys, we're running out of time here on the CBB roundtable. We
Not
only
me.
have time for one final feature on the show. That is, of course, a little something called plugs.
Beat it, beat it, beat it, just beat it, beat it, beat it, just beat it, beat it, okay, just beat it, beat it, okay, just beat it, just beat it, beat it, just
Hey, hey, hey.
just beat it, beat it, just beat it, beat it, beat it, just beat it, beat it, beat it, just beat it, beat it, beat it, just
Hey, hey.
beat it, okay, just okay, just okay, just beat it, beat it, just beat it, beat it, just beat it.
All right, that was Paramount Plugs by DJM and Juwan Moore. Wait, I saw you sort of like
I loved it.
miming, playing along with it, like
was
playing piano
Getting
to
some
it.
ideas for my next track.
You're
Really?
going feet.
Yeah, you
That's what
wrote
was
down
missing.
Badfoot right here.
You,
Yeah, that's my next
not
idea.
another bad. No, you've
What do you
already
mean
written.
another? Oh, that's right. I did it. Okay. Woo, saved myself an afternoon there.
Yeah, I wonder how you're going to spend the afternoon now.
Me too. I'm walking around.
You're going to get a sore foot again, and then it's going to loop back around.
In what way?
Yeah, you really need like a scooter or something like that.
I'd love it. I don't have a driver's license.
You could just buy one. You have so much money.
You're right. I should. I'll get one today.
Just pay off the driving instructor.
I'll get a Lime. Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever driven before? Have you ever?
No.
You're a car guy.
I love the way they look, and I'm a fan of the details.
The details?
The specs. The
specs.
the cc's, the gallons, the liters, the centimeters, the yards, imperial and British system.
Wow.
And metric. I love them all, but never driven. Someday it's on my list.
Okay.
Scott, anything to plug?
I mean, I normally ask you guys. You're not the host of this, Pip.
I think I might be.
Get your own Headgum podcast.
I won't.
What do we want to plug? Crunchkin the Goblin. Do you have anything to plug?
Gosh, I was listening to, and speaking of Headgum, I was listening to this podcast called the Rotating Heroes Podcast that has, it's free on Headgum, but then also on Patreon you can listen to new episodes. And
What, these are all old episodes?
all the old episodes are free, and new ones are on Patreon. And that
What a racket.
a complete racket. They're stealing from you, but it's pretty good. The new one featuring new arc features John Mackey and Aaron Keefe and Jasper William Cartwright, and it's very fun.
Okay.
Pip will be checking that out, he will.
Oh, Pip, anything to plug here?
Well, that rotate newest season of rotating areas, of course. And then also, speaking of an Headgum podcast, hey, Riddles on Headgum, and we solve riddles and puzzles and lateral thinking problems.
Oh, wow. All right. Billy Sly, car guy.
Let me see. I'd like to plug the Edsel.
The old car that was...
Didn't get a fair shake.
Yeah, what was wrong with it again? Was it a death trap, or was it just...
It was a death trap.
Or was never popular?
Ugly and a death trap.
Right.
People didn't like the look of it, and
Double
they didn't
threat.
like the way it killed them.
Yeah,
But
that
I
reminds
think-
me of a friend of mine named Michael Myers.
Hey, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy, yeah.
Yeah.
People are scared of him.
Don't know why. He's just focused.
He
Yeah.
lives in Pasadena, right?
He's the original ADHD guy.
He's a bad guy.
Very focused.
He can't multitask.
Bad foot.
All he
Sorry.
can do is kill.
Okay.
What?
Someone said Badfoot, and you perked up.
I want to plug that song, the original version of Bad Guy, Bad
Is
Foot.
the demo
That's what I
out
wanna
there
plug.
somewhere?
I assume. I've never been on the internet, but it's got to be out there.
Well, check it out.
Check it out. That's all I'm going to plug.
Check it out. Well, let's see. I want to plug, hey, we're doing more CBB tour dates. We're wrapping up the tour. We have 5 dates in October on the East Coast. We're going out to Montreal. We haven't done a show in Montreal,
Montreal.
in years and years and years and years.
Great city.
Finally going to Montreal. We're going to be there October 16th. We're going to Troy, New York. Never played Troy, New York. That's a hot show. Tickets are selling well for that. October 17th. We're going back out to New Haven, Connecticut. Oh, that's in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, which venue?
We're playing College Street.
Oh, great.
So
I
you know
love it.
that?
I do. It's kind of taken up, Toad's Place and College Street are the two cool venues there.
Toad's Place?
Toad's Place, yeah.
Okay.
That's real. Come on over to Florida, Connecticut.
Okay, yeah.
Max Hendricks has a big living room.
I should swing by.
Think about it.
At some time. That is October 18th. We're playing Tarrytown, New York, October 20th.
Birth of the Headless Horseman.
That's true. Ichabod Crane.
Maybe he'll go.
He might be there. And
a lot
then we
of
have
T's in that.
a lot of what's now?
Terrytown on October 20th.
Yeah.
And maybe not as many as it felt.
It feels like
It's a fair number.
We're also playing Red Bank, New Jersey, our first show in New Jersey ever. That's October 21st. All of those shows are on sale now. You can get tickets at cbbworld.com/tour. And then maybe one more show at the end of the year, and that's going to be it for a few years. So make sure you come on out and see us. And if you want to hear all of the shows on the tour, you can get a Maximus subscription at cbbworld.com and follow along with us as we do all these shows. And we've been having a lot of fun. This is maybe our best tour ever. All right, tell you what. Why don't we close up the old plug bag? What do you say? Here we go.
Plugs, open the plugs. What is it? What is it? Open the plug bag, please. Open up the plug bag. The plug bag. Open up the plug bag. The plug bag.
Wow, that sounded actually a lot like Badfoot.
I heard feet in that a lot, is what I heard. I don't know if that's his feet.
No,
That was Open Up the Dub Bag by Evaser. Great job on that. That's different than any of the other remixes, and it was
And they're
very
nice.
cool.
It was
Yeah.
cool.
Well, guys, I gotta admit the CBB Roundtable wasn't everything I hoped for it, but I feel like I made 3 new friends.
Who?
Well, you guys.
Oh, great.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't want to presume. Me
Oh,
too.
so you're excited by it?
Yes.
When you said who, I
Well, I didn't want to assume.
kind of made me feel like you didn't
No.
think we were going to be friends.
I would love it, but I just figure a big guy like you burning scripts left and right. You got enough friends, but
No, I would love 3 friends.
Now
gonna
that we're
send you my
friends,
script.
can you sneak me into Twisters, please, Scott?
Okay. Do you? I'm gonna have to buy a long trench coat,
Exactly.
and then I'll be sitting on your shoulders,
Uh-huh.
and and we'll. I guess I could. Yeah. What do you think
Perfect.
happens in that movie? I haven't seen it either.
I don't know. Glenn Powell, I guess, starts as a bad guy and then
Then he
ends up
turns
a
out to be a
good
good
guy.
guy because
He loves to help. He loves to help. Is kind
Help
of-
what?
Just generally.
Like people.
You
in
think
need?
I'm kidding. That's kind of it.
yeah.
Then why do people think he's a bad guy?
Because he had a slight attitude.
He's
he was
cocky.
slightly,
He's kinda
he was
cocky.
like going for YouTube views.
If you
Okay.
feel it, chase it, is what he says.
Okay.
And it's like, they're tornadoes.
So people thought he was a bad guy just because he had a slight attitude?
It wasn't authentic.
Yeah.
But if he's a woman, right, everyone will be fine with it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's for another round
There's
table.
the Scott from before recording.
Yeah.
That's for a different round table. Unfortunately, this one didn't work out so well. But, guys, I want to thank you so much. Crunchkin.
Good to see you. I'll be here for the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah. Why do you think
In and
2 or
out
3?
for Goblin Con. Well, maybe I don't know if they're gonna pay me to be at this thing on the last day. So if they don't, I don't want to be there. So I'm just gonna sort of be in and out.
Okay.
It's sort of a debate with the Goblin Con convention staff. It's sort of an annoying thing.
Okay, I'm sorry. But, yeah, as your
I'll tell you
friend,
about it later.
I empathize with you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, wait, you want to watch anything tonight? Or you...
I want to get into For All Mankind. I think that sounds.
Yeah.
I want to give it a shot because I came down pretty hard on
Do
the
they
concept.
show the Beatles reunion? Do they show like
Just
just
on
one
the
episode,
news.
just a concert?
I wish. Just a couple seconds of news clips, but that was enough for me.
What if like the elves won the Blood War? Ugh, I could do that. We
Oh,
could do that
man,
all
can you
day.
imagine? Well, you wouldn't be with us, and that would be a
Hey,
damn
wow.
shame.
I guess that would be pretty different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Pip
Right.
Whistle.
I will see you on election week, Scott, for our big election recap episode you and me are
We're
doing.
gonna do a recap of the election. There's not a lot to recap.
Yeah,
is
there will be.
Be pretty quick.
No, and I'll be consoling you if Trump doesn't win.
Okay.
I'll be a shoulder you can cry on, Mr.
All
Aukerman,
right,
sir.
well, always great to have a friend. And Billy Sly Car Guy.
Hey.
You got to get into a car one of these days.
Next time I'll do it and I'll report back.
Yeah,
I can't
because
wait.
this walking thing,
Yeah?
it's playing hell on your feet.
It's hurting my feet. I know my feet are bad.
No, no.
There's a song
You've
in
done
that,
it
sir.
already. You've already done it.
You've done it already.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye,
Thanks.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang,
Bad
comedy bang bang.
Bad foot. Bad foot.
Please.
Bang,